7 times Carrie Underwood proved she loved being an American Idol judge. Don't believe the negativity. Many people speculated that Carrie Underwood was miserable during her time as an American Idol Season 23 judge, but fans shouldn't believe the negativity because there were many signs that she loved her new role. Carrie won American Idol Season 4 in 2005, and she went on to become a global superstar. She's had 85 million records sold worldwide, 28 #1 singles, 8 Grammys, 17 American Music Awards, 10 People's Choice Awards, and 7 CMA Awards. For American Idol Season 23, Carrie replaced Katy Perry on the judging panel, alongside Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan. Although Carrie had a bit of a bumpy start, especially because she didn't give the contestants much constructive criticism because she was worried about coming across as mean, there were many times during which she seemed to love sitting on the other side of the judges' table. Despite some fans' theories that Carrie hated her time as an American Idol judge, there's actually much more evidence that she greatly enjoyed the job. American Idol judge Carrie Underwood adored working with Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan. Carrie gushed about them after the American Idol Season 23 finale. For Carrie, one of the best things about being an American Idol judge was working with Lionel and Luke. They welcomed her with open arms, and the trio had an easy camaraderie. Katy had worked with Luke and Lionel for 7 seasons, so it could have been challenging for Carrie to fit in with them, but the transition came very naturally for them. In fact, Carrie kept up with Luke's silly personality, making jokes with him, and being just as zany as Katy at times, which was a whole new side to her. In an interview with E! News, Carrie gushed about working with Lionel and Luke, saying, "I had a lot of fun, for sure. I didn't know how I would feel about it. And Luke and Lionel, and the crew, and the people who work on the show are just so easy to be around." When asked if she felt that the 3 judges should be back next season, Carrie replied, "I mean, that would be cool, I think." Carrie seems to have loved her work environment, especially working alongside Lionel and Luke. Carrie had a blast at the American Idol auditions. Carrie had some hilarious moments when Carrie first started her American Idol Season 23 job as a judge at the auditions. She admitted that it was sometimes hard for her to say no to the contestants. She didn't want to crush their dreams. Some fans took this to mean that Carrie was unhappy in her new role and that she wanted out. However, Carrie actually had a blast during the auditions, creating some hilarious moments. Unlike her outgoing predecessor, Katy, Carrie is known for being much more quiet and reserved, but she unleashed her heavy metal side during American Idol Season 23 contestant Insight's audition. Insight sang Korn's heavy metal song, "Freak on a Leash," to which Carrie sang along. She then sang and danced along to him singing "Bodies" by Drowning Pool, rocking out to the heavy metal music. Luke even joked that they'd been to the underworld of Underwood. Other comedic moments were when Carrie won an American Idol-themed game show versus contestant and superfan Pat Johnson, and when she clog danced with contestant Carson Webb and cracked jokes with Luke. Carrie clearly loved letting loose and showcasing her true personality during the auditions, so it's hard to believe that she didn't like the job. Carrie enjoyed dressing up during American Idol Season 23. Carrie creatively connected her clothes to the theme nights throughout American Idol Season 23. Carrie had a lot of fun with the theme nights, dressing up in various outfits. On Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night, she channeled Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose, wearing a white t-shirt, ripped jeans, and a Guns N' Roses leather jacket. Carrie loves rock music, and it was clear that she was having the time of her life during the episode. Carrie also delighted fans by continuing Katy's tradition of dressing up during Disney night theme nights. Carrie's outfits were much more subtle than Katy's outrageous costumes, and were inspired by Alice from Alice in Wonderland and Rapunzel from Tangled during the 2-episode special. By embracing the American Idol Season 23 theme nights, Carrie proved that she was committed to her role as a judge and to entertaining audiences by completely immersing herself in the themes. Carrie showcased her outstanding vocals throughout American Idol Season 23. Carrie wowed the crowd with her performances. Carrie had the time of her life when she performed during American Idol Season 23. Unlike other judges who only performed on finale night, Carrie took to the stage during Songs of Faith night to sing How Great Thou Art and on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night to recreate her legendary Season 4 performance of Salome by Heart. After that performance, Judge Simon Cowell had correctly predicted that not only would she win the show, but she'd sell more records than any previous American Idol winner. Anyone who thought that Carrie was miserable as an American Idol judge obviously didn't watch her as she performed, because she was absolutely radiant during those performances. Someone who wasn't happy wouldn't have been able to shine on stage like she did. She's a truly gifted artist, and she has infectious positive energy when she performs on stage. Carrie was clearly thrilled with returning to the show in a new role 20 years after her win, and she was in her glory doing what she does best, singing live. Carrie enjoyed singing along with the American Idol 23 contestants. Carrie called herself Jukebox Carrier. Carrie loves to sing, and she prides herself on knowing the lyrics to a multitude of songs in many different genres. During the American Idol Season 23 auditions, Lionel and Luke noticed that she sang along to every song. Carrie then said that people called her Jukebox Carrie because she knows so many tunes by heart. During American Idol Season 23, Carrie was often shown singing along with the contestants during their songs. Not only did this give them a confidence boost because it meant that she was invested in their performances and enjoying them, but it proved that she was having a great time as an American Idol judge. If Carrie was uncomfortable or upset in the role, she wouldn't have been able to immerse herself in the contestants' performances like she did. Carrie was happy to be there, and her joy poured out of her as she sang along. Carrie loved guiding the American Idol Season 23 contestants. Carrie wanted to help them shine. The most important part of Carrie's American Idol Season 23 journey as a judge was her relationship with the contestants. She clearly loved guiding them through the show and finding ways to help them shine. Her enthusiasm for them was infectious. Carrie was their biggest cheerleader and wanted them to succeed. This was especially evident when she told Brianna Nix not to call herself just a stay-at-home mom, as Carrie held Brianna's son during her audition, as well as during the judges' song contest when she tried her best to find the perfect songs for them. As a former American Idol contestant, Carrie was the only permanent judge in the history of the show who knew exactly what it was like to perform and be critiqued each week. This put her in a very unique position, and she seemed to relish it. She knew that she could offer the contestants a perspective that Lionel and Luke couldn't, and she used her first-hand knowledge of the show to advise them. It was obvious that Carrie adored being able to help the contestants, especially when she praised them for their talent and growth. Carrie cherished looking back at her time as an American Idol Season 4 contestant in Idol to Icon. The YouTube series was a nostalgic trip down memory lane for her. During American Idol Season 23, Carrie hosted a YouTube web series called Idol to Icon, in which she looked back at her Season 4 journey. She even read from her personal journal, which she kept during her original run on the show. Carrie always seemed to really enjoy reminiscing about her time on the show. She truly enjoyed herself, and she probably never would have filmed the web series if she hadn't come back to the show as an American Idol judge. Being an American Idol Season 23 judge allowed Carrie to take a nostalgic trip down memory lane with her fans, revisiting her performances, critiques from the judges, and behind-the-scenes moments. She was the clear star of the main show and her web series, and she enjoyed being back in the spotlight on the long-running series. After all, Carrie is one of American Idol's greatest success stories, and she deserves to be honored for that. American Idol Season 23 gave Carrie the recognition that she deserves, and she should return for Season 24 because, despite opinions to the contrary, she seemed to really love being a judge on the show.